Rocky came into our care when his previous owner was going through a lifestyle change and was no longer able to provide care for him. He is definitely a large-sized dog, and not everyone is able to provide care as they grow, especially because they need a lot more space and just general upkeep in general. So Rocky was in our care for a total of 41 days. Initially, he was adopted after his first stay with us, and he stayed there for almost about a month, I would say, and then he was returned to us due to some behaviors that the adopters were just not prepared to work through, which is completely understandable. So then he returned into our care. We did an assessment for him, we got him into some training, and then his second adopter came along and was willing to work on those behaviors with him and had the time and space to do so, so he went home.
My name is Jade Thomas, and I adopted Rocky. How I first came across Rocky is a funny story because I had been looking on the SPCA website and I saw a rabbit. I wanted to go check out this rabbit to see if he's there. He wasn't there anymore, so I ended up just looking around and came around the corner and I saw these huge legs behind the glass, and I thought, how big is this dog? And then I kept walking and this dog kept going in size in the crate. And he turned around and he looked at me and I just loved him. He had the sweetest little face. He got up from laying down and came to the window, and something in me just wanted him. Something about him I just felt drawn to. When Rocky first came home, he seemed to just be, I think, genuinely appreciative and happy to be in a home. He really took to it very quickly. He seemed to kind of make himself at home almost right away. Unfortunately, my husband and I have just separated, and I went from having, a big, large man in my life, sort of there with me every night, in the daytimes, when I'm home alone, to not having that. And it was a bit uncomfortable for me, just being used to someone being there for so long. And so not only have I always loved a bigger dog, that I just felt like when I saw him, I thought, you know what, this guy would be a good addition. It just felt more comforting to have a large animal there. So what I would say to the team that helped with his adoption is, I think they did a good job with that. I think I felt very prepared. I think what really helped was getting to meet him first. I really appreciated the meet and greets. I thought that helped understand each other. With my communication with Amanda, she was very responsive. She was very helpful in emails. She was answering all my questions. And so I think in that aspect, it's very well done and very informative. My advice to someone who wants to adopt a large dog specifically would be to do your research and to understand that a large dog is different than a smaller dog or any sort of smaller animal. Like, yes, it's still a dog, but there's a lot more, there could be a lot more energy, there's a lot more strength, there's a lot more power to them, even if you don't even if you don't think there is. What I'm looking forward to for the rest of my life with Rocky is having his companionship and having just this big, giant, goofy friend